Hey, do you see this icon when you browse SharePoint? So there's a open knowledge agent available in preview, and what you can do on your documents that are stored in SharePoint, you can add columns that you can specify that can, for example, summarize the document or describe the document type and add some columns. So the way you use it, you go in your SharePoint site on your library, and then you click there and you can ask questions like organize this library. So you can say, hey, create three columns. That's what I did. And then he created, you see this little icon here. He created those columns to define who was the owner, what was the date created, and the document type. And also, I got it. And also a file summary. So you can do that. Here you can say summarize the document, create a column containing the summary of the file. If you just want that, you can ask to categorize the document. So there's many way to do that. So for example, if I say create a classification column that categorize each file, here they're the same kind of document, and it will navigate your library, and it might take some time to kick in. I'm not sure if this agent's going to be free. So far it is, but I'm not sure if it's going to be free in the future. Here it's going to try to organize that. If it makes, if it sees a different, here they're all prompting guide. So, oh, here it's prompting material, prompting guide, reference guide, material. So he tags them with a category, which is pretty cool. So you can save the change. You can create a new view, update the view you're working on. So I'm going to update the default view. And so it helps you to organize things, and you can do other things, and you see it's working in the background. But you can do other things, like you can set up rules. That's what I do when I'm working on a project on a library. I can say, hey, send me a notification when a new file is added. Set its status to needs review, and I can ask me to send me a notification by email. Apparently, there's no notification per chat, but I can say when a new file is added, send me an email. And so I can show you the wizard here. It's going to open the wizard, and you can say when a new file is added. So I can use a condition, but here I'm going to just say send an email. I have other options here. I can change the value, copy a file. Here I just want to send an email, and I can specify who to send the email. Here I want to send an email to me, and I can add a custom message. So that way you can track if you're working on a project and there's, for example, deliverables. If you want to review the deliverables, you can use that pretty quickly. It will create a workflow for you. So it's pretty amazing what it can do, and it can be very transformational in the way you're going to leverage SharePoint in the future, make it more sense of your documents, organize them by themes. Um, so let's see if I can show you other things here. Can I navigate somewhere? Where am I stuck here? Console. Okay. So let's move here. If I go to Microsoft Guides here. So it will be modified. Probably it's going to work in the background to add this column. Um, so you have the document type, there's the summary. You don't have the organization. I'm not sure how when it's triggered for the new column I added, but it's going to be triggered at one point, and when you come back, you'll see that the information is going to be filled out with the category of your document. Let's see if I have other things. There were guides. So here you can see it's not filled yet. I'm not sure. Monitor the field from the last 60 days. So I'm not totally sure, since it's in preview, how it applies to other folder in the same document library and when it's going to be triggered. Doesn't seem to be triggered on every folder. Let me go to my guide folder. Let me check if there's other folders. Might not be guides. Let's see, use cases. No, it didn't fill out all the columns, so I'm not sure how it's triggered here. But I can see that it's doing something in the background. So it's not clear when it's doing when it's filling those columns, those metadata, but definitely it should be doing it as long as it's in the same document library, because the metadata applies to all the document libraries. So you see here is a long document library, but that's basically what you can do with this agent. And if it shows here, try this, and you can create a new view, you can set up rules, you can organize the library. Obviously, you can ask all the question about your content. Hope this was insightful.